with all three categories starting this week down under in Melbourne. I thought it would be the perfect time to do not only my predictions for F1, but for F2 and F3 as well. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole standings for every category, just going to do mainly the top three and who I think will surprise people. So we'll go from back to front. We will start with Formula 3. Now, this one was a toss-up between at least 6 drivers. It took me a while to decide who I thought was going to be top 3, let alone the winner. But third this season, I've gone for Callum Voisin in the Rodin Motorsport car. He had a semi-decent season last year. I think he'll build upon that and go a bit better. So I think third for Callum, the young Brit. Second, I've gone for the new Red Bull Junior, Nikola Solov. Had a controversial moment in Australia last year, but we'll ignore that and we'll go straight down to the race pace and everything. He was okay. I think he got 2 wins, maybe 3, which is why Red Bull has obviously signed him as a junior. But I think he just might miss out on the title come Monza. And that title is going to go to a rookie. I believe Louis Sharp will become the F3 2025 champion. The New Zealander is very talented. I believe he won the GP3 title last year. He is one of the best rookies on the grid coming into the F3 season. You also got to look out for Tuka Tappinen and Ugo Chukwu, the McLaren Junior, and I believe Tuka's a Mercedes Junior, but I'm not too sure on that. Also, Stenshawn is in the high tech. There's a very talented bunch in the F3 grid this year, but I believe Louis Sharp will come out on top and become the F3 champion. It was literally just a mix between 6 drivers. It's like a mystery pick. You just pick one and one of them will probably be champion. And Callum Voisin, I think, is a good driver, but I don't think he'll be good enough for the championship. Solov, I believe, will be getting unlucky in moments because he did last year. But Louis Sharp has raw talent, so that's why my prediction is with him. On to Formula 2 then. And there's a mix of drivers in this group. I feel like last year's was a lot better driver-wise. I think you've got to go a long way back to find a very good grid of a talented driver in every single team. So F2's definitely gone down a bit, but that's not going to stop me making predictions. And third in 2025, I'm going to put Victor Martins. He had a poor season last year in the ART. They were just getting used to the new car. I don't know, ART was definitely bad last year, but so was Prema, and Ollie Behrman and Kimi definitely outshone the car at points. So did Martins, to be fair, just not enough. I feel like ART will be better this season. So that's why I've put Victor Martins in P3 in what could probably be his last F2 season. Second is a bit of a spot where I'm not sure who to put in that position, but you have to pick someone. And for that driver, I don't know if this is a good shout or not, but based on some of his performances last year and the fact that the car's now doing okay, I've actually put Dirksen in P2. Now, mainly because there's races where he can really outshine everyone and fight for wins, fight for podiums. Didn't show it enough last season. I think he'll definitely do better this season, which is why I put him in P2. But obviously, AIX were a very surprising team last season because of the wins. I feel like they could get more. I think Dirksen could actually get a win this weekend in Australia. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. It's probably a very controversial pick, but yeah, I've put him in P2. Honestly, that's how, I wouldn't say poor the grid is, but how the downfall of F2 grids are, because a couple of years back you're probably going, I don't know who's going to be there, who's going to be there. But now you're like, I don't know who to pick just because there's not enough, if that makes any sense. So we've done third and second, now on to our champion, and there's only going to be one prediction from me. Arvid Lindblad will be the 2025 F2 champion. Won the Formula Oceania, I think it's called, during the off-season. Had a shot at the F3 title last season's rookie season. Won both races at Silverstone, his home race. What a talent he is, and you can already tell Helmut Marko and Christian Horner want him to replace either Isaac Hadjar, Yuki Tsunoda or Liam Lawson in the future. He will be on F1 within 2 years, mark my words. So I think in the Campos as well, which Isaac Hadjar was in last season, who almost won a title, Arvid Lindblad will be this year's champion, and I'm very confident in that because his talent is amazing. Dark horse though, Luke Browning, Bogdanovic, I think they will do pretty decent in the high-tech cars. I do rate Luke very highly. Obviously, he's in the Williams Academy. I'm excited to see what he can do. Obviously, Leo Fornaroli, the F3 champion, coming into F2. I don't feel like he'll do decent enough to get top 3 in the championship, maybe top 5. Or he'll be in the number 1 car, obviously, as Bortoleto won the title last year. I'm interested to see what Mini can do, and I'm interested to see what Pepe Marti can do in his second season of F2. Then there are 2 drivers I questioned at points to put in the top 3, but I didn't in the end. On to the main one then, the Formula 1 Championship. Now, I really didn't know. I knew which 3 drivers I was putting in the top 3, but I really didn't know what order to put them in. Because it seems at the start of the season Red Bull could be poor, they need updates. Looks like McLaren could be the fastest, and Ferrari maybe just behind or even behind Red Bull. But you have to pick an order, and you obviously, unless you can see in the future, you're not going to be correct. Third, I've gone for Charles Leclerc. I think at some point Ferrari will have the fastest car. Whether that's too late in the season, like McLaren last year, I'm not sure. Even if it's just for 4 races, I feel like at one point Ferrari will have the fastest car. Charles definitely going to go back to back in Monaco. I can feel it. But yeah, I don't know. It's, again, as I said, top 3. I didn't know what order to put them in. So I've put Charles third. I really think Ferrari will do really good this season, but I don't know. You can kind of question Leclerc's consistency. He dropped off a bit after Monaco last season, so that's why I put him third. If he gets the championship winning car straight away, he can easily win the title. Second place, a similar story, Lando Norris. As I said, I think McLaren will start the season with the fastest car. Whether they keep it the whole season or not, we don't know. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. I believe he will win the Australian Grand Prix this week. If it's dry, if it's wet, I think Max, Lewis could win it. Lando's not bad in the wet, don't get me wrong, but I feel like McLaren doesn't... I don't know, last wet race McLaren was in, well, Lando was in, he should have won. Which means same old story for the top 3, because I've put the champion as Max Verstappen becoming a 5-time world champion. Why have I done that? I don't know, because I feel like if there was a year Max isn't going to win, it's this one. Red Bull do not look confident at all. I'm not even confident, but it's Max Verstappen. If you bet against him, you're betting against the sun rising. Like, he's inevitable, but is he that inevitable that he's going to win the title this year? Maybe not. Similar to F3, it's just pickable, random number. This person's going to be here, this person's going to be there. I really don't know. It could easily be Lando second, Max third, Charles title. It could be Charles second, Max third, Lando title. It could be any. But that's the one I've gone with. Max Verstappen will be the champion. So my champions are F3 Louis Sharp, F2 Arvid Lindblad, and F1 Max Verstappen. And to throw it out there, the Constructors Champions for F1, Ferrari. The best lineup on the grid. Best lineup in F1 seen in a couple of years. That's just what I think is going to happen. If you disagree, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think is going to happen. Who's going to be F3, F2, F1 champion, and the Constructors. I want to see how different my opinion is to everyone else's. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you did. We're on the road to 1,000. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.